Hello everyone and welcome to a new video on the channel. Today's video is going to be an update, physical media update slash haul. I just want to mention before I get started in the video, just before this video's gone up, I have just uploaded my first short on YouTube and it is just really a test. But I also wanted to give my initial thoughts on the new Spider-Man film, Across the Spider-Verse. Because I will explain later on in the video, but it's something that I'm going to try and utilise more over this coming month, and I will, as I say, I will explain more in a bit, but I'm going to get straight into it, because there's a lot to talk about over the last 2 weeks that I've got, because it was my birthday 2 weeks ago, so I had loads of birthday money to spend, so I went a bit mad, and then payday, I went a bit mad, so yeah, so I've only got 2 Blu-rays, the rest are 4Ks, and there are a lot of 4Ks. First one is Needle in a Time Stack. This is written and directed by John Ridley, who wrote 12 Years a Slave. I watched the trailer for this and it interested me. It's sort of like a time travel love film. And yeah, it was decent. Not great, but it was a solid film. I was engaged throughout the whole film and yeah, I found it overall entertaining. Next one is First for my collection. This is a Kino Lorber release and I got this ridiculously cheap. I think this was about £5 on eBay, so price and error, someone didn't know what they had, I don't know, but I'm very happy to have it because it's a film that I wanted to check out for quite a long time as well, and that is Cradle Will Rock. It's got a very good cast as well. You've got Bill Murray, John Cusack, Joan Cusack, Susan Sarandon, Vanessa Redgrave, John Turturro, Emily Watson, Philip Baker Hall, Hank Azaria, Carrie Elwes, Bob Balaban, Jack Black, Paul Giamatti. Just a great cast. Written and directed by Tim Robbins. It's a drama set in the 1930s, so yeah, I am looking forward to checking that one out relatively soon. 2 from Amazon. First up, we got Fatal Attraction, which was about £15 on Amazon and is one I've wanted to watch for quite a long time, especially because the new series is out and I didn't want to watch that having not seen this film. Really good film. I understand what people say about it. It's like a classic for the 80s and I'm glad that I've got it. Another one on Amazon, which was about £13 I think, and I think it only came out about a year ago and I just missed it, and that is Cat's Eye, based on a Stephen King novel. It's got Drew Barrymore, James Woods. I'm getting more into my horror films and I really like Stephen King anyway, so yeah, I thought I'd add that one to the collection. Where should I go next? I'll go for the 2 for 30. I went mad with the 2 for 30. I really utilised it. There is there's about 15, just under 15 titles. One of them, which I'll show first, wasn't in the 2 for 30. It was just one that I got for obvious reasons, and that's Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse on 4K because I needed to rewatch it before going today to see the new one. It holds up, still very good. It was only a second time watching it, but it's very good. Although I do think the new one just pushes it a bit because it expands it a bit more. But this is still probably top 10 comic book films for me. There, and then yeah, the rest are literally just some ones that I got in the 2 for 30. So I got Rambo First Blood Part 2 and Rambo 3. Not seen these yet. Yeah, I've always wanted to see the Rambo films, so I thought I'd add them into the collection. And then I'll go with the 2 that came yesterday. We've got Don't Look Now, which is like a cult film from the 70s, I think, with Donald Sutherland and Julie Christie, based on a book by Daphne du Maurier, who wrote Rebecca, I believe, which was then adapted by Alfred Hitchcock. So yeah, don't really know anything about it. I saw a brief trailer for it when I was watching another one coming up shortly, and I ordered it with this next one, Apocalypse Now. I did have this on Blu-ray. I've still not seen it, But I saw the trailer for this, as I say, along with Don't Look Now. I saw the trailer for this when I was watching another one of these films about a week ago, and I just ordered it immediately because the 4K just looked amazing. So I thought I knew it was in the 2 for 30, so I just got that and the other one because they both looked like that looked interesting. This one I knew that I was going to watch, and I am going to watch this one tonight actually, because this one I've wanted to watch for a very, very long time. Then I'll do the two that came today. This one's a very new release, so I'm actually really surprised that it's in the 2 for 30. But I'm also very glad that it's in the 2 for 30 because it's a film that I've always wanted to watch. It's always interested me. Never really knew too much about it, but I've heard things about it. So and that's The Virgin Suicides. It's got a great cast. You got James Woods, Kathleen Turner, Kirsten Dunst, Josh Hartnett, Danny DeVito's in here as well. Written and directed by Sofia Coppola, and I've just heard good things about it in the past, so I thought I'd add that one. And this one, every time I've gone to HMV the last 2 weeks, this was the main one that I wanted to pick up in the 2 for 30. Every time I've gone to 2 different ones and they've not had it. So I just thought I'd just get it online because I wanted The Virgin Suicides. Because I just saw that it literally just popped up a few days ago in the 2 for 30. And this one I'd wanted as well, and that is Doors, The Final Cut. I've heard very good things about this film from many people. I don't know anything about the band, but I've heard that Val Kilmer gives an amazing performance. It's directed by Oliver Stone as well, who's a pretty decent director. And yeah, it's just one that I've wanted to check out for quite a while, so happy to have that. And the rest I've actually already watched, so these were all as well. I think most of these I actually picked up. Nope. All of these I picked up in store. I didn't order online. From my local one in Bristol. First up, we have The Cabin in the Woods. One that I'd wanted to watch for quite a while. I've heard lots of good things about this. And as I say, I'm trying to get into horror films more. I don't love horror films, but I have been watching them more recently and started to like them. I love the Conjuring films. This is another one now that I loved because it had a mix of comedy in it as well, with the horror. I just thought it was a brilliant film, very well done. Directed by Drew Goddard. I think did he write it as well? It doesn't say on here. Don't know why it doesn't. It usually has the credits. Yeah, writer, director, Drew Goddard. Who I think he did Bad Times at the El Royale as well, which I really liked as well. But yeah, very happy to have that. Then next, another Sylvester Stallone classic that I watched, really enjoyed, and that is Lock Up. As I say, really enjoyed this one. It's a very good, solid prison drama where he's basically towards the end of his sentence and he gets transferred to this like maximum security prison that's headed by like a tyrannical warden, who's played by Donald Sutherland, who has something to do with Stallone's character's past, and it isn't making it an easy time for him. And it's just a very solid film, as I say. Very, enjoyed it quite a lot. Then I got The Fifth Element. Now, I like this film. I didn't love it. I thought it was very good. But I've heard a lot of people say that they've watched this film and then watched it again and liked it more on a rewatch. So we should find out. I'll watch this again in a few years, see if I like it a bit more. Don't get me wrong, I liked it. Just didn't like it as much as I wanted to. I'll show these two and then I'll show you the one that I was blown away by last. Then we have Universal Soldier, an action film I've wanted to see for a very long time. And yeah, it was good. Didn't break any boundaries. Didn't do anything that I haven't seen before. But was highly entertaining, fairly short, and decent action film. And then this was the film that I watched and saw the trailers for Don't Look Now and Apocalypse Now before. And that is Angel Heart, which is an Alan Parker film starring Mickey Rourke and Robert De Niro. Very, very dark film. Definitely more horror, I would say. It is a thriller primarily, but there are a lot of horror elements in it. yeah, I had to watch something else after this because it has a very dark ending. You know what I mean if you've seen it. Lots of very revealing twists that quite unsettling. But overall, yeah, I thought it was a solid film. Had a good story, good acting from everyone in it. So yeah, that's Angel Heart. And then this one, which again, like Apocalypse Now, was one that I'd wanted to get for a very long time to watch, and as soon as it came, I watched it straight away, even though it was 3 hours, and that is The Deer Hunter with Robert De Niro. What an amazing film. All 3 hours. Each hour, I would say, is very different. The first hour is just showing these friends and their connections with each other whilst they're working in their small town in the mine. Not in the mine, it's in like an oil factory, a factory of some sort, steel factory, I think. And then the second hour is brutal when they're in Vietnam and they get captured and they're forced to play Russian roulette. I'm not going to go any further than that. And then the third hour is when they come back and kind of their PTSD, how they're dealing with things. I just thought it was amazing. I thought everyone in it, Robert De Niro, Christopher Walken, Meryl Streep especially, all three of them gave fantastic performances. Um, it's just a really, really good film, and if you've not seen it, I would highly recommend watching it. So that's all of the ones from HMV, and now I'll just get into all my eBay pickups. A lot of these were in the 2 for 30, but I managed to find them cheaper than they would be if I'd bought them in the 2 for 30, if that makes sense. So these were all £15 or under, basically, because I thought that was worth it. Because these were, again, films that I wanted in the collection. First one is Warrior, which is a film that I've wanted to watch for a very long time. I've heard it's a brilliant sports film for many people. It's just one that I wanted to get on 4K. So, yeah, got that one. I'll show these together. There was a guy on eBay and he was selling several of these separate listings for just over 10 quid. And he said to me, I can do it for 60 quid, which is, there's 4 of them, so it's basically 2 for 30. So, and they were already in the 2 for 30. 2 of these are still factory sealed, so I'm happy. And again, these are horror films from a director that I've wanted to delve into more. So we have Prince of Darkness, John Carpenter film. Don't know anything about it. I've read the back, still don't really know much about it, so looking forward to checking that one out. Then we have They Live. I've heard good things about this. This one's still sealed. But yeah, I've heard it's a decent cult film from the 80s. So yeah, looking forward to checking that one out. Then we have The Fog, which I think this is the earliest of these releases from John Carpenter. I think this is from 79, yeah, with Jamie Lee Curtis and her mother, Janet Leigh. So yeah, looking forward to this. I believe this was remade. Again, this is one that I don't really know anything about, so I'm looking forward to diving into it. And then we have another one, Escape from New York, with Kurt Russell. Yeah, looks very good, like Kurt Russell. Again, another John Carpenter film, so just building up that collection. And you'll notice of these that were released, I have a big one missing. He did say it was in there, but he obviously got confused and didn't send it with it. So I've gone and ordered it separately. You will see that in a later video. I'll explain later anyway. But there's a few more to go through. So then we have Sicario and Sicario 2. Both very good films. This is definitely better than this one, but I really enjoy both of these films. I think they're both really solid films. Yeah, just really love these films and happy to get them on 4K because I've heard they look stunning on 4K. Then we have Ridley Scott's Robin Hood with Russell Crowe. Again, I got this for about £10. It was another one that was in the 2 for 30, and one that I didn't have at all in my collection, and I do remember really liking this. Not my favourite version of Robin Hood, but still a very solid one. Then we have Coming to America, a classic. Yep, classic comedy, one that I've been trying to get in the collection for a long time. So very happy that I finally did. Then I'll show these two. Obviously Rambo First Blood, I didn't show with the others because I got it on eBay separately. I watched this last night, very impressed with it, really liked it. As I say, I'm really looking forward to diving into the second and third one. I've seen the fourth and fifth one. I know it's weird, I've skipped around, but yeah, that was a good one. And then we have Shutter Island with DiCaprio. Really like this film. Remember really enjoying the twist in it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to rewatching this one too. And then these two came today as well. This one's still sealed, and that is Sonic the Hedgehog 2 with the HMV exclusive slip. Now, I did think about upgrading the first one as well, but I don't see the point. There are some films that I am going to upgrade from Blu-ray to 4K that I have, and there are others that I don't think are necessary, specifically the newer films like Sonic. I'm not going to be able to tell much difference. Older films, yeah, you can probably tell the difference with the 4K a lot more, but something like Sonic, the first Sonic, which is only 3 years old, I've got it on Blu-ray. I don't really need to upgrade. Didn't have this one, so thought I'd get the 4K. And then the final one, I ordered this after I watched Fatal Attraction. I do have it on Blu-ray, still not watched it. It's in the pile up there somewhere, so I can get rid of that now. But again, it's one that I've wanted to see for a long time, and that is Basic Instinct. Yeah, I really like Michael Douglas. I really enjoyed him in Fatal Attraction, and this obviously has similar tones to it. So I'm definitely looking forward to checking that one out. And that is it. That's everything I've got in the last 2 and a bit weeks, I would say. I was going to do a video last week, but I've been waiting for the rest of the stuff to come. Now I'll explain a bit about what I'm planning to do in terms of videos over the next month. So I haven't got a lot more ordered coming the next month. I think there's about 3 or 4 things coming, so I don't think it's really worth me doing a video. I'm not planning on ordering anything for the rest of the month because I've already ordered quite a lot. So what I'm going to do until the end of this month, what it'll be for the rest of this month up until the end of June, as soon as I get a new pickup delivery, I'm going to make a quick short, just show it off, tell you that I've got it, and that's it. Because they'll probably come together more than likely, so I can just show them both together instead of setting up a video, making a video just to show a few things off. And then I'm going to start doing monthly hauls instead of weekly hauls, because I've got a lot of stuff to get through to watch, so I'm going to try and buy less now and just get through as much as I can, watch as much as I can before I start buying loads again. So my next proper video will be at the end of July. I may do a few different types of videos in between then, but I just thought it makes sense to stick to monthly, because if I'm not getting a lot every week, then there's not much point doing a video, and then it might as well just wait until the end of the month. Let me know if you think that's a good idea. I thought that's probably the best solution, the best way to go forward. But yeah, I'm going to try and think of ideas of different videos. I did start showing my collection off, so I might start that again. I might start doing reviews again. A few years ago I was doing reviews. I might review smaller films that are like new releases that not a lot of people have talked about on YouTube, because I did one, I think I reviewed The Duke, the film with Jim Broadbent and Helen Mirren, and for some reason, I don't know why, that got almost 500 views on the channel, which is insane because I've never had a video that's got that many views before. So yeah, just see how it goes, see what happens. But that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and turn your notification bell on so when you know when I have uploaded a new video onto the channel. Comment down below. I get back to anyone that takes the time to leave me a comment because I really do appreciate it. And that is it. So until next time everyone, take care. Goodbye.